This is SBS World News with Janice Peterson.
Good evening. Raqqa, once the de facto capital of the IS's caliphate, the scene of gruesome public executions and beheadings, has fallen. The Syrian Democratic Forces, backed by the US coalition, has recaptured the city. An IS stronghold for more than 4 years, the centrepiece in the militants' regime of fear. Raqqa is now a shell, a city in ruins, its residents having either fled or been killed.
Victory laps by Syrian Democratic Forces in Raqqa city centre offer more than a hint of deja vu. 3 years ago, IS fighters celebrated precisely the same way in precisely the same spot as they took control of the city. Today it marks the beginning of the end for the group in Syria, with its self-declared capital finally lost. This part of Raqqa was once dubbed IS's execution square. Kurds who would have been paraded here to their death raising an SDF flag. The SDF is an alliance of Arabic and Kurdish militia strongly supported by the United States. Their 4-month assault on Raqqa eventually drove IS out. IS making its final stand at Raqqa's sports stadium, where it used to plan its attacks on the world. Human shields rescued from the hospital where they were being held. It's been hailed a decisive victory, with at least 90% of Raqqa so far recovered. But small pockets of resistance remain.
We've devastated their networks, targeted and eliminated their leaders at all levels. We've degraded their ability to finance their operations, cutting oil revenues by 90%.
Coalition air power hastened the operation, so too American and British special forces on the ground. There are reports Australian soldiers were part of those special forces, which, if true, would be a stunning revelation, as the government's long maintained it only provides air support in Syria. The foreign minister refusing to confirm or deny.
I won't discuss operational matters. I can confirm that the RAAF took part in supporting the anti-ISIS coalition. We were involved in a support role, refuelling and the like.
As is so often the case in warfare, Raqqa had to be destroyed to be saved. There is little left here but rubble, and lots of it. But just how many civilians died in the bombardment we may never know. The humanitarian crisis in and around the city worsening.
There's more than 250,000 people who have fled the city. At least half of those are children. They're hungry, they're exhausted, they're very vulnerable, and lots of them are really traumatized.
The SDF now clearing Raqqa of booby traps and explosives left behind.
Civilian return will need, depending on the mines, maybe 1 month, 2 or even longer. We will clear the area and make sure that no mines remain. After that, this city is their home and they may return at any time.
The flow of foreign recruits into Syria has been crippled. Once at 1,500 fighters a month, now dwindling towards zero. Some of those left in the country have retreated to remaining IS-held areas along the Euphrates River. Others have simply vanished. Omar Dabbagh, SBS World News.